No, there's sound. Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello. I'm just not speaking just yet. Is the sound coming through? It looks like my microphone says that it is. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome, my good friends, to the Wednesday live stream. It's going to be a special one today. Can anybody guess what? We'll let a few more people come in. Today is a very important day, and I'm very excited to be here with my live stream peeps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut and paste the blog that we're about to release. Okay. And I'm putting it in here so everyone can read it. I don't know why it's like on 700 different things, but I don't know. No, we're not going public. I'm not into, I used to think that I wanted to go public. But after really thinking through going public for myself and my family, I just realized it's a bunch of bullshit until the markets totally change and there's no more short selling and things like that. And again, it's not that I'm against speculation. Yeah, Pepe, we're not going public, but I do want you to read that blog, and I haven't, and there's no link to it because it's not out yet. So you guys are getting stuff through Trade Ideas early that other people don't get. By the way, again, you're watching. So this is some of my what I call my 401k and Schwab. And as you can see, NBIS, and I don't know why, like so I'm on this dev build, and I'm gonna cut it. I gotta tell you guys, bear with me for a second here, because this thing just it's not what I wanted to present to everyone, and the stuff that I was going to present is not as important as the stuff I'm going to show you. So just bear with me, please, for a second. Okay, let's attempt to restart the software in the right way. And it's still gonna, I'm still gonna show you guys what I wanted to show you. Hopefully it will be much better. Maybe. Come on. Tools, options, connection. Yeah, okay. All right, things are working. As I mentioned before, I like everybody winning bigly. And for those of you who have been coming on my live stream, I've been discussing NBIS with you guys since probably, let's take a look at the stock real quick. We're gonna probably say here right around, I mean, the mid 30s. So from 38 to about 110. So my point is that trading, and this is why we wrote what I wrote about in the blog and why this is so important and why today's live stream is so critical. Okay. So I'm making the announcement you guys have been waiting for. It's in the blog. The money machine is going to be in release today in alpha mode. So it's going to be in sim trading. There's still, not all the features that we wanted to put in it are in it just yet, but we are releasing it for you. Okay, so listen, today, when you go to the website, I'm going to bring it up. And I don't believe it's out yet, but it will be on this page right here when it's released, and there will be it will be called Alpha, and all premium users will be able to start playing around with the money machine tomorrow. Okay, gigantic news. And now I want to really get into some things with everyone so that you kind of understand why this is so, and you've seen it and I've demonstrated, but I want to go through some things here with you and just show you what to prepare. So money machine settings, you're going to have this option. There's going to be no default profiles because I've been working with mine, so I have some things. And profiles basically where you customize something for the strategy, but you're going to have these strategies and you can start with them. And once you customize them for yourself, then that creates a profile. Does everyone understand what I'm saying here? Okay. So, and we're going to have videos on this and things like that. But the idea here is that you can go so we have this one called Big Momentum Rider. And remember what I mentioned to everyone. I just want to show something. Okay. What the money machine will do very soon, not in this first alpha release, but what it will do very soon, is that when you want to turn it on and go long right now, it will tell you to probably hold back. And do you see why right here? And this goes about what I talked about in the blog and why it's so important. I want you guys to do a little dig on your own and research something called the flow state and why it debunks virtually all technical analysis and all the stuff that the gurus and all this bullshit that is just so prevalent in the stock market, because the stock market is kind of like this cesspool marketing beast where people are like, oh, everyone's going to want my Ferrari and stuff like that. You've seen it all. I think everybody here is much more astute for the most part and know that's bullshit. But even, and I say this in the blog, so I'm kind of talking about what it is that we're discussing, that even if you have somebody that you're listening to and they are successful, that's like, let's say I go out on a golf course and I'm playing around with Tiger Woods and Tiger gets up to the tee, hits the ball, and then it's my turn. Am I going to hit it like Tiger? No. You know why? Because I'm not him. And this is the same thing about all this mentor bullshit. You have to do it yourself. And to do it yourself, you have to be in the zone. And what is the zone? The zone and the flow state is a place where you don't think. This is where the money machine comes in. Okay. So as I showed you, the market right now, this is not an optimal market for going long. You can see why. And part of a good flow state is knowing, again, the poker analogy from the gambler, you got to know when to hold them, know when to walk away, know when to run, and know when to fold them. This is a fold them type of a scenario, but I am here demonstrating so that you can see, okay, configure. What do we got here? What are we going to be trading? What does a bull run look like? Okay, we got 2% up from the open, 2% up from the close. And since the market's down, I'm going to change the close part. And I'm also showing you can do this yourself. Okay, I'm going to get a little bit bigger volume. Okay, my min price is 1, max is 17. I want 2-minute change of a little bit positive, so 0.02. Again, this is customizing your own thing, okay? And position in day range, I want a maximum of 80 because of this, okay? But a min of 50. So this is going to be a very tailored example of the money machine. And I'm going to hit OK. And I'm going to hit big momentum rider neg, because it's a negative market day, or negative right now. I'm going to hit OK. See how it says this? Save profile to my eTrade Live, or I'm going to go to DM LiveStream. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. So again, there are just a couple of things. I should have just hit OK and saved it. Now I'm going to go back. This is just part of the puzzle. You have to know how to work it, and I'm showing you that even I can make some mistakes. Even I, okay? And position and range, I'm going to say 40, 80, okay? And I want a max gap up of 15, and I got rid of this, and I'm going to hit, try this again, NEG, okay, and save profile, and I'm going to start. Okay, so why am I saying that this is the flow state, and why am I only in one thing? Okay, well, let's go back to the settings and notice I'm using TradeWave. So when the market is doing what it's doing, TradeWave is like another methodology that helps protect you from overextension, because in this particular case, see, you're still in the positive trade wave. That's why I'm in. But notice, see the risk it's in. Flow state is not thinking. You have your parameters in, you're doing what you're going to do, but you do not need to think about it. Thinking causes you no benefit. When I trade, and when I'm was getting into NBIS as an example, and by the way, do you know that I have so today I've been plus or minus 90,000, and that's how crazy this thing is. Okay, plus or minus 90,000. But when I'm getting into these trades, I'm not over analyzing the RSI or the MACD or any of that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm just freestyling it. And by the way, when you freestyle, okay, so here we just got in. A lot of volatility. You can see what's going on. You can see on the daily why we got in. Does everyone understand that? But please be aware, okay? Lots of you, and by the way, if you are not on Premium Trade Ideas, make sure you. So I want to talk a little bit about how we're promoting this. So today, as I mentioned before, the alpha version of Trade Ideas is going to be released with the money machine for our users for the first time ever. This is very, very, very big. First time you are going to get to use it and do what we are doing. Does that mean that you make money every single time? Absolutely not. That doesn't exist in the market anywhere. And if any of you have this internal dialogue or notion that there is a piece of tech that can just make money for you while you do nothing and all you have to do is buy it, you're not understanding the how the market works. The market is dynamic and it's full of different people with different aptitudes of and skill levels and risk parameters. Some are going long for a long time, some are going long for a very short amount of time. And you are riding these waves. And right now you can clearly see that if I was not in the live stream, I really wouldn't be putting on any size because the momentum is against me. Everyone sees this, correct? I just want to make sure. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Can everyone here understand why currently, potentially, jumping into positions is possibly not the most statistically sound thing to do? Very good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, John. I'm here doing this demo for demonstration purposes, and I'm just showing you that even in the demo, lots of stuff can happen. Okay. And especially when, and by the way, I've traded this before once. That's why I've got some other P&L in there. So you've got your risk parameters. This is how much you're currently in. And by the way, this says today, so this is the whole thing. And there's another, let me go to columns. We have lots of different lots of P&L options. Okay. So you will get totally familiarized with all of this. And the beauty here is I want you to be able to interact with this as well. So here's an example where like this is bouncing right around this risk area. Okay. Right around it. So I'm gonna get out of that. That's it. Okay. Sometimes you can work together with the money machine and be its co-pilot. But notice I didn't overthink it. I just saw that we were right here and okay, it's time to go. Here we are, another example. We got in right here and we're willing to risk a few more dollars to get to the lower end of the trade wave. But by the way, you know, you can kind of see what it's what it's attempting to do. You know, if the market's coming down, this short IONQ ETF potentially could do something. And again, notice your risk is there. So the day Trader 77 was asking daily win rate during the demo so far. I just started. So, I mean, I'm 1 for 3 right now, but you can see why. And as I've said before, the money machine is flow state trading. It's going to get you in. And by the way, you can do some things. Let me show you. So let's say hypothetically, and I'm only talking about hypotheticals here. So you're seeing that the negatives are coming down. So maybe you are interacting, you're anticipating that maybe the positives are going to get going. And remember, I've got the trade wave in here, but I can do something like this save profile, and potentially if more things show up that are ready, it will get me in. It's just that right now, the way the market's trading, there's just not that many things that are aligned and ready to go. Especially with the fact that I modified the strategy. Okay. But you can do something like this. Okay, so let's do something. I'm going to stop the money machine. I'm going to get out of this, flatten this one. Okay. I'm going to go back to money machine settings, and instead of this, I'm just going to go to the regular one that we go with. Save profile, close this up, and start it again. So you can see why we got in these three. But the system here allows you to not overthink about entries and exits because everything that you're going to be getting into is covered for you. Okay. It's got it. It's doing the risk management. And even on down days, there could be things that totally go. Look at this thing. Okay. Yeah, John, the trade wave is a phenomenal thing and very useful. And we're just integrating more and more and more into the money machine so that you can be more hands off. But right now, in the first iterations, we just encourage you to interact with it. Okay. This is what this is for. This is a learning experience for everyone. And be comfortable knowing that not every single day, especially when the market's down and you're trying to go long. And remember something else. I hope everybody appreciates this, okay? You know, I start the live stream Pacific Coast time at 9 a.m. I mean, 9 a.m. is arguably the best time to stop your trading. Like if you started in the morning, okay, your big momentum waves are really in the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And then if you're in them and they're working, then they continue hopefully to work depending on the risk management, but the money machine will keep you in them if need be. That's the whole point. Getting in at 9 a.m. Pacific time is arguably one of the more tougher times to get in. Does everyone understand that? And for demonstration purposes, I'm doing it, and I love showing you what we can do. But we are in a real market. Okay, like by the way, look at this stuff. This all happens, but you realize that this was a gap, you know, from 13 to 39, and then all of this happened before we started. And it's approaching a big resistance right here. Notice we have these resistance levels automatically on the charts. Let's see what they do. In case you guys don't know, if you want to find out what a stock does, innovative gene therapies. I have no idea what this does, but apparently somebody's into it. And maybe they're doing something good. We hope they are. Okay. You can continue to scout things. So notice again, you're in the top 3 right here. This one had a big, like remember I said from the open. Look at these. Look at this move from 190. You know, you can. Don't forget, you can change time frames. You can see how much percentage movement has happened in the visible chart. That's a setting right here. Okay. Trade wave just restarted, kind of looks like. around 5 minutes. But once again, like this is the kind of stuff that, you know, it's getting better, you know, but you can see what's going on. Digital brands trading 79 times relative volume. If that doesn't make sense, why the money machine thinks maybe to get in it, you can see that. So serial number, you will have to get a new version today. It's not out yet. It's an alpha version. You are not, it's not in anything that you guys have, but if you check later today on our website, as I mentioned, the website right here, I'm going to bring that in. Right here on this page, when it'll be right to the right, and it's a new version, you will download it, run it, and that's what you're going to get. Does that make sense? Netrade, how are you, buddy? Also, don't forget Uptick Coffee. For those of you who like to have a little pump up for the open, this is something that we recently started and have had lots of positive feedback from virtually everyone. And by the way, like, you know, we just sent a couple of these to Australia and all over the world. Really cool. Love that that happens. But yes, the download page is where it's going to be an alpha version of Trade Ideas. And for anyone who wants it, if you are a premium subscriber, you will be able to tomorrow morning run the money machine and do what I'm doing and do this same kind of experiment. But I want to once again make sure you understand that flow state trading, money machine automation, and AI that's putting these signals together. I mean, if you look, let's look through the candidates, right? You understand what's going on here. Look at these. I mean, I started at 9. I mean, look at my starting point. You know, you're talking about, I mean, a little bit later because I've been turning on and off, but you know, you can see what's been going on. It knows where the moves are. It's showing you why these are the candidates. That's a no-brainer, which is why typically you want to start the money machine right at the open and get it ready right as the market opens. That's go time. Okay. Funky Fred, the big announcement is the money machine is going to be released today in alpha mode. Okay. And that is what is the money machine? It is our second generation, fully automated, momentum-based trading system. It's getting the candidates that are right here. You're seeing the candidate group. You can see what it's hunting, why it's hunting it. Okay. And when you get into these, all the risk is fully managed for you. See right here in my specific example, money machine settings, stop and exit. You can see what the stops are, trailing stops, what the rank is. And again, trade wave, order entry. So let's do something else. Let's stop it. And again, I'm just showing you, these are all things that you can do yourself. And let's experiment. Flat. Okay. Let's go to money machine settings, and instead of big wave rider, okay, let's go to upside pullback pickup. Okay, and there's different, you know, the filter sorts. It's again something you will want to learn. Okay, And I'm not going to use trade weight for this. So entry candidates, I'm going to put in as about 17, and I'm going to be in 5 of them. Again, this is sim mode, so you can just, whatever you're comfortable trading. Okay. Set your profile and start. Let's take a look. Boom. So there's a little bit of beauty to when this happens, and I just want to, again, kind of showcase it. Because the idea here is that, unlike yourself, like you would be looking very closely at all of this, trying to figure out, do you or don't you, what's the time frame? You know, again, the money machine, this is all automated. And this is called flow state zone based trading, where you're getting in, you're not second guessing what you, the reason you trust it is because the risk management is already built in. Can you lose? Of course, but you're going to lose small. And again, if it takes you 2 or 3 days to get, like, I want to use an example of my NBIS. Okay. And you guys see what's going on, you know, how much the fluctuation from, I just made 50 grand while we've been talking. Okay. So you can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can have, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 positions, 2 winners, but you only need 1. Do you guys understand that? Yeah, this is today, right here. This is today PNL. Yeah, I'm down a little bit in this one, but up overall. Down a little bit in this one, up overall. AMC, not one of my best moves. Down 300,000 in that one. Down 100 in rum. Down 100 in DJT. But all of that still goes within right here, and plus $1 million here, and so on and so forth. The account size here is, well, okay, you guys are asking great questions. Let me show you. I like to do this because, again, this isn't for bragging purposes, it's for disclosure purposes. You should know who you are working with in terms of, you know, money and performance. And again, I have other, whoops, I just did. Bear with me here for a second. Okay, so the account size is about 2 million. This is a real Schwab account, just so you guys can see it. You can see what's been going on, and you can see the performance over a month, 34%. Okay, does everyone, Funky Fred? Again, remember, this is not done for bragging purposes. This is done for disclosure purposes. Just so that you know that I don't guru it up in a chat room or on a Discord. I'm just telling you that I try to lead by example. Okay. And I'm not special in any way, shape, or form. I have losing days, but I have been doing this specific thing for quite a while. Trading since 1996, and many mistakes I have learned, and what is being put into okay, so 46% year to date, 260 1 year, 34 1 month, 52 3 months. You know, there's fluctuations. It goes up and down. Okay. Well, Funky, that's why I'm showing it. I agree with 100%. It's not about the money at all. It's about the percentages. And that's what I'm trying. And by the way, just so that you know, I'm not even the best percentage player in trade ideas. My good friend Steve Gomez, so 6 months, 84. I'm just simply trying to disclose that I put my money where my mouth is. I'm in the trading business. I'm in the trading technology business, and I am in the business of helping you navigate stock market momentum. How could I possibly be good at that if I did not go all in myself and participate? Thank you, Funky. I appreciate what you're saying. And I want to say, like, first of all, just so you know, how old am I? Okay, I'm 54 years old, happily married, 3 children. That's what it's really about. What's great about trade ideas, and I think I've shared this story with you guys before, but my team and I've known a lot of the people on the team since the mid 90s. That's how long this team has been together. We never went the raising money route. We never went the public route. We did it all of ourselves because we were very burned by doing it the other way in the year 2000. That taught us all the lessons of what not to do. And ultimately, I am the type of person in my team. We are the type of people that want to put out the positive energy. And by the way, let's take a look at this. See this? I like this. What's happened here? It's a nice little turn here. I want to put the positive energy out of showcasing that, number one, the returns that you saw, you can do it yourself. Also, Steve Gomez, again, is beating me this year. He's done fantastic. And so I'm not the only one on our team who can do it. And there's multiple people on the team. But we draw from our own experiences of not just the gains, but the losses as well. And this is how we create this tech. And what I'm just trying to show you is that being in the zone and not overthinking is one of the hardest things for people to do. And that is what is done with this technology. Okay. This technology gets you in. And by the way, just let me show you some things that you can do. Okay. So here I am. I'm in 59 shares and, 15. You can do these kind of visualizations. You can get involved with the AI. This is co-piloting, okay? But the flow state is already in there, okay? So here we came in, got on this wave, but there's a little bit of a pullback. Again, I can just say, hey, this is my level right here. Because, what if we see like if this turns back negative? Dog, you would have had to have done exactly, what I would have done, which I think would not have been possible unless you are me. Exactly. Everyone's account and percentages are very similar to your fingerprint. Everyone's got a unique one. And yes, in theory, if you, regardless of the size, if you were in all of my trades, you would be doing the same. And by the way, everyone who's here knows that I show you what I'm involved in. And I'm going to do that again real quick. I'm going to, bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to some of the positions because I want you to do well yourself. Okay. And let me just bring this in. Now, none of this is investment advice, obviously. These are just things that I am in. And I've showcased the fact that, like, I, for example, trade stuff from our AI as well. And I'm going to give you some examples of that. So this NBIS, that's where this position is. I have actually more shares in another account. So I have a total of 17,000. But I'll give you an example. UAVS, man, I've been telling so many of you guys about this one. Okay. And you know this, you've been on you guys have been on these live streams. You know that I've talked about it. I think Schwab is in pure panic mode. Be belligerent. I know those people and I know what they're doing, and basically what they've discovered, and I don't want to get into all the details of that, but what they've discovered is that payment for order flow creates an arbitrage for retail. So Schwab is pissing themselves because Citadel basically called them and said, hey, we can't do this if people are making money. Yeah, I'm going to share all the scans and stuff, but I just want to show a couple of things. So TBI, I mentioned United Home Group. I'm in on that. E-Trade X4 was Holly AI. UAVS, I've discussed many times, and USAR Rare Earth is another one. So just want to show you guys that once again, not everything is perfect by any means, but I trade things that not only do I see, but that the AI puts out, and I put on real positions. So that's important, hopefully, for you guys to see. And the important part of what I'm demonstrating here is that a lot of times it's not the perfect market to trade. Not every single day, and certainly 9 a.m. my time, we have 20 minutes left in the live stream, is something that is super ripe for statistical returns. But you can pivot, just like I said, you can take the losses, get out, reshuffle, and here's an example. This is now basically the kind of real pullback strategy, and you can do adjustments like I'm doing here. You can interact. Notice how I'm doing it on the screen. Okay. Remember this strategy that we're doing here. Okay. Upside pullback. A little bit of a pullback. Why is, in my opinion, based on what I've been showcasing you, why do I really believe that this is the future of trading? The future of trading, in my opinion, really has to do with overcoming the biggest hurdle and obstacle. And the biggest hurdle and obstacle in trading, okay, is pulling the trigger. Most of you, not all, but most, are very pull the trigger scared. Okay. You have a hard time saying go because you want to be right. And that desire to be right creates hesitation within you because you don't really trust yourself. And again, I get all of that. That is why we built this incredible tech. This takes the, hey, should I get in or should I not get in? You are going to be removed from that for a good reason, because this tech is designed to show you where the momentum is. Okay. I mean, this CCX kind of example. I mean, look at what stocks can do. Every day something like this is happening. It's just that every day you start at 9 a.m. again. Arguably, whenever I do this, it's like the worst possible time to demonstrate superb opportunities, because typically they're earlier in the morning. I mean, if you do not know that, that's already part of the problem. But, you know, here we go. And I want to make sure you understand that your interaction with this and adjustments and working with the software is key to your success. This alpha version is the first version that we're putting out there. It has a ton of, well, I mean, it has everything that I'm showing you, but there's still a ton more stuff that we're going to be doing. Again, better reversals, better pivots, being able to stagger some of the entries. Like I could potentially, well, I could say, I'm just going to give you an example. If I come here and I go boom, 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 say it. So I think that the upside is going to go. So I just added a bunch of more trades. You see what I just did? Belligerent, I don't trade futures. Like, let me give you, my buddy's joking me, oh, Dan's doing the exhale. Let me tell you, like, I don't get too into options. I don't get too into futures. And what I say is, like, I've dabbled, but I am a purist. I like stocks because derivatives are fantasy. Futures are fantasy. I'm not saying you can't trade them. I'm just saying it's fantasy. Whereas a stock price is the actual real-time price of an instrument. Is there not corruption in the stock market? I've had this discussion with many of you. Holy shit, stock market's one of the most corrupt places either. But the futures and options are way more corrupt. Okay. Dog, I believe the live stream is recorded. Yes. So I like stocks because they're more tangible, literal. And I try to show you guys what is possible when you get something right, like the NBIS trade that I've done. And, you know, my GameStop's, you know, been very successful in that trade as well. And I've had that one for quite a bit of time. And utilizing this type of technology, like the market pulse, which is, you know, here I am. You're seeing the event stream that's creating this. I hope you guys understand this. That the event stream that's generating this pulse is right here. Okay, it's right here. And sometimes, you know, it gives you really good opportunity. Like when the market starts to pull up, okay, and you see something like this, okay, and now I'm just going to give you an example. So MM1, let's go to shares. Notice I'm using my execution panel, and I'm going to say 100. Okay, so I just bought this one, Q2, myself, because I'm like, well, you know, I would love to catch this bottom. Notice how I didn't think about it too much. And obviously, this is also simulated trading, but I trade in reality the same way. I try to do the exact same thing. Sometimes buying reversals is one of the best things you can do. And this thing is volatile as hell. It's been from like 71 to 94 to 73 to 84. And here we are back at 74. So why not? Okay. Belligerent, thank you for asking the question. So I do these live streams every Wednesday. I took over for Jamie, who is doing his own actual trading system. Like he went full into trading, so I took over for him on the live stream. He used to do these Wednesdays, and I love it because you guys get to, number one, see my progress and see what I'm doing, and I can't hide. Like if I'm losing, you'll see it, and you have seen it because I show you, like whether it's on Schwab or E-Trade. I got an E-Trade account that I do that I don't have it logged in here. I'm not going to worry about that. But I try to be as open as I can so you can see the good and the bad together. And I think that's what differentiates Trade Ideas completely from our competitors. If you reread that blog that I put out there, there are no indicators don't work. Okay. I'm not saying that you can't use an indicator for your own style. But what I'm saying is just because this is in a current sell mode does not mean that that's going to be the future. It's just telling you what has been happening. Okay. You then have to make a flow state decision like I did here without hesitation. Like, oh, okay. I'm going to see what's going on. And let me show you how simple it is to control risk. Right click, add stop order. I'm going to put that at 0.2. I'll make it 0.4. And by the way, our stop orders are invisible to the market makers like Citadel and Virtu, because when you put a stop order on Trade Ideas, and this is for real brokerage trades as well, but I mean, SIM, it doesn't matter because it's SIM. But when you put on live stop orders, they're on our servers, and then they become active once the price crosses. This is a huge advantage for you because as soon as market makers see your stops, they basically know your playbook and they completely hunt stops. And I come from the market making world. I know what they do. Lots of my friends are from it, and it's just the name of the game. Yeah, William, exactly. Funky, I'll answer your question. Indicators don't work because they are just one thing. The money machine is utilizing, let's take a look at what it's doing. The money machine is an FBI profiler. Okay. Oops. I'm running it, so I can't show you the setting. So we profile momentum, and a profile, like for example, an indicator of hunting a serial killer is like, this is a man. Okay. But what you really need to understand about this person, if you want to really catch him, is what is his age, demographic, birthplace, friends, much more data. The money machine is that. It's doing that for you. It's profiling momentum based on past momentum history that we have, and is scouting the same situations, not in an indicator way. Like, we're not an RSI system. We are a multifaceted. Okay, let me stop it real quick because again, it's not really about that. But let's go here. Okay, so upside pullback pickup configure. This is, imagine each one of these is an indicator, and it's a combination of how they work together that creates the profile of momentum that you're trying to catch. Fuck you if you understand. So that's what makes it different. And by the way, if you look at this, okay, RSI, which we by the way have, or MACD, we have, none of those things are in here in our strategies. We are profiling price behavior statistically. Okay, that's what we are doing. That's what makes the money machine different. Funky, people say an indicator can be made to understand a stock's history, one stock at a time, but that's not how trading works. Yes, an indicator is a mathematical representation. but mathematical representations often change in real time. And that's what the money machine comes in. Indicators aren't specific real-time situational adjustment thing. Like you can have an RSI that's overbought on the 30-minute and oversold on the daily. Well, which one are you going to use? Because if you're trading, you're getting in today, but you're also getting in 30 minutes. So again, I'm not arguing with you. You can, by the way, you feel free. Like if you go to tools and you go to a top list window and you search RSI, do you think we have enough? By the way, the difference is that we do it for 1, 2, 5, 15, 16, and daily. And you can have a whole, you can create your whole own money machine based on our tech, your own, not just the stuff we give you, your own, just based on RSI. Okay? You can do that. I'm not saying not to, I'm just saying that singular reliance on indicators does not work. That's what I'm saying. Singular reliance on indicators does not work. We try to go deeper. That is really all that I'm saying. And by the way, I want to also at the same time say that it is possible that the money machine is not for you. It's not going to be for everyone. But we do believe it's the future of automated trading. And again, you can see why. Lots of ups and downs that I've started. But here I've just added about $100 from the last round that we went into in a fairly choppy, tough market. So you can see what's going on. All right, hold on. I'm reading. Yeah, Funky, there's no problem. I like interacting. Funky, I'll tell you this. You do, like, for example, know that there's the amount of hedge funds that use technical indicators for their trading strategy is 0. So that should be already something to consider. And I'm not saying that they can't be like, it's kind of like your windshield wipers. They can be useful, especially if it's raining. It's just not raining all the time. And I'm saying that indicators by themselves, there's just so many of them, so many interpretations of them, and they keep layering. And that's why I wrote about it in the blog. It ain't the indicator, it's situational analysis. Remember, you did not come up with the RSI or the MACD or the stochastic. Some other dude did. Why would you think that necessarily they were better than your eyes? Your eyes are the best indicators in the world. Yeah, and Trader 77, again, no argument about RSIs, MACDs, Bollinger is just standard deviation. All of that can be a tool, but do you see like how much time it is taking us discussing it? That's the problem, okay? There's your indicator problem is solved right there. Meanwhile, look what's been going on. FCX is moving down. You got the evil trips right here. While people are busy arguing over the validity of RSIs, real momentum's taking place, and the money machine is going to get you in it. That's really the thing. Okay. All right, guys, we are approaching the end. I want to summarize and reiterate today. Keep checking the Trade Ideas website. I'm going to pull it back up. Check back and forth. At some point today, the alpha version will go in, and if you are a premium subscriber, it will give you the opportunity to do what I'm doing here, and it will change the way you interact with the stock market, 100%. Stacy, thank you. I appreciate everybody being here. Very large turnout. Grateful for everyone's faith in trade ideas and our ability to, do some incredible things. So let's last and final questions as we approach the end of the hour. Remember, today, premium subscribers will get alpha version with the money machine that I've been demonstrating. Lots of videos coming up. Look what you can do. You can trade Holly's signals, Holly's previous signals, downside, big momentum rider. Lots of very, very good things. And we will be able to add strategies as they happen. So net trade, I'm not sure which stock are you talking about? Yeah, let me give you the positive negative pulse. Right click, save and share to the cloud, save and share, copy, and I'm going to paste it right in here. Everyone who's a Trade Ideas subscriber will be able to access this. You guys see it? Okay. Again, net trader, I'm not sure which stock you're talking about, so I can't exactly answer. All right. We are, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the hour. It always goes quick, and I'm grateful and love the opportunity to be with you here and present some of the coolest technology that we think is available anywhere for retail. If you're not a subscriber yet, you will be. But for our premium friends, let's get ready to rock and roll. And we want to hear more feedback. Once you guys start giving us more of your feedback, again, this is alpha. The UI is going to get better, cleaner, all that kind of stuff. So, all right, everyone, thank you so much. Oh, net trade, I got you. It's all good. Thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone. Grateful for all of your time, and we will see you next week, and we'll take questions about your personal interaction with it. All right, you guys, check the site today. Take care, and have a great rest of your day, and watch that NBIS. All right, bye-bye.